Hello and welcome to episode number 4, already number 4 of the Gaming Frontier podcast. My name is Guillermo Vizcaíno and I will be your host for today. I'm joined today by my very, very good friend, Mr. Adolfo Aguirre.
Hello there.
Adolfo Aguirre in Spanish. And yeah, he's a very long time friend. And welcome to the show. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Very excited to talk about a lot of different topics today.
Yeah,
We have a very packed show as always.
Again, yeah.
Very here and there, a lot of different things to talk today. So it should be very
Very good show, yeah.
very exciting.
This podcast is part of Gaming Frontier's YouTube channel where you can find gaming-related content throughout the week. The Gaming Frontier podcast is a weekly show where the two of us discuss the latest news in the gaming industry, our thoughts, predictions, and in short, everything you can come to expect from my YouTube channel. Quick reminder and disclaimer, again, as always, we are not native English speakers, so you might hear every now and then a little bit of an accent, some words that are off, but it's not going to bother you, hopefully, and we're going to get better at it. So yeah, don't freak out too much.
Yeah, that's right. We should be getting better by the time, and
We will,
And
yeah.
I think we kind of are getting used to this already.
Yeah,
So
yeah, we are.
It should be
Bit by
improving
bit.
bit by bit. Right.
Yes. So good. So let's start. Let's begin today's show with some news and announcements. We've got a lot of news from the Microsoft camp regarding Quantum Break. Lots and lots of
excited
news.
about this game.
Me too.
I'm very excited
Yeah.
about this game, and even though I didn't play Alan Wake,
Yeah.
but this is especially awesome for me because Microsoft announced a new bundle,
Yes.
a new Xbox One, gorgeous white.
Yeah, excited for that?
I'm super excited for that. I actually may get an Xbox One
With this?
bundle.
Nice,
yeah.
nice.
'Cause I think that the Xbox, the white Xbox One console looks so
Gorgeous. Yeah.
so beautiful. It looks so nice, and I mean bundling this with not only Quantum Break but Alan Wake.
Yes.
Which by the
that's
way,
right.
Alan Wake is kind of difficult to find in store shelves or anywhere really for the Xbox 360.
Yes.
So
it's
and I've
mostly Steam and PC.
yeah,
game
and I've heard a
related.
lot of good things about this game.
Lots and lots. Yeah.
So and I've been looking for it ever since I don't know like a year already, and I haven't found the game for like a considerable price.
Right,
really.
yeah.
So this
Well,
is,
now you can get it for free.
yeah. So this is exciting.
Yeah.
This
Yeah.
is-
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
this is a beautiful white Xbox One console, Quantum Break, and Alan Wake.
Yeah.
This is cool. This is
The
very,
bundle, yeah,
very
the
cool.
bundle it's divided by not divided. The whole news segment of Quantum Break are gonna divide it in a little segments, starting with the bundle. The bundle it's been confirmed to be $350.
Great.
It's as you said, the white console with the
Beautiful
digital version of Quantum Break.
That's the one thing that I don't like.
Yeah, me
That's
too.
the
I
one thing,
would
but-
much rather prefer it to be the
a
physical copy. Yeah,
but at the same time, I don't know. It's I think that the white console kind of
Makes up for that? Right.
Yeah, in my opinion, because I love
Yeah,
white
yeah, yeah,
hardware.
yeah.
So,
And I mean,
yeah.
it makes sense, right? It reduces costs for them because they don't have to, print a
but
disc and put it in a
but
box.
Funny thing, Microsoft always bundles digital games with
Yeah.
the console bundles, but Sony doesn't. Sony actually
Oh,
does.
the hard copy?
Yeah,
Nice.
Sony actually does put the physical copy in most bundles.
Right.
Mainly Destiny and I think Uncharted will also have a physical, although I'm not so sure
Mm-hmm. Hopefully.
about that.
Hopefully.
But I mean, it's kind of a bummer for me. But it isn't a deal breaker.
Right, you
in
could
my
make an exception for
Yeah,
this one
especially
time.
because it's a white.
Yeah,
console.
yeah, it's beautiful.
It's so beautiful.
Yeah, it's the digital version for Quantum Break and also a digital version, a download code for Alan Wake,
Wake.
along with 2 DLC packs for that, the Signal and the Rider.
Really, for Alan Wake.
For Alan Wake, yeah.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, you get kind of the definitive quote-unquote edition, which is great.
I didn't know the game had DLC.
Oh yeah,
So, I
has at least that one, and also if you pre-order the digital, this is on top of the bundle. If you pre-order the digital version in regularly by yourself, if you already have the
digital
console
version of Quantum Break.
of Quantum Break, you get Alan Wake, and also Alan Wake with its DLC, and Alan Wake's American Nightmare, which is sort of like a standalone title expansion.
Okay.
So yeah, you get all of the DLC for Alan Wake with the expansion, this expansion, American Nightmare, and Quantum Break, which is
I'm so pumped.
the
for this one.
entire catalog of Remedy. Yeah, me too. I'm
so pumped
very,
for
very
this one
excited
because,
for this.
you mentioned a lot of times already that you are a fan of narrative-driven games,
Yes,
right?
I love them.
And I haven't said that, but really I am as well. Maybe not as much as you are,
Right.
but I am a big fan of games that involve me in a story.
Right.
That's the main reason I'm a big fan of the Metal Gear Solid series.
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
that's why I love The Last of Us and these kinds of games. And I think I think both Alan Wake and Quantum Break may be the games that make me jump to an Xbox One. I mean, to get an Xbox One console. So
Join the club.
this is this is exciting.
Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah, yeah.
It's
As
very
you said, I've said this a couple times now. I'm a sucker for narrative-driven games, and this Alan Wake, the Remedy in general, it's a great studio that really specializes in bringing you amazing single-player stories and single-player experiences, and yeah, I have lots of hope for this game. I really want it to be good. I want it to be a very a good game, and hopefully it will be. Hopefully it will.
I still want to wait for reviews on the
Right.
game. Although I think it will be performing very good, but I don't know. I just want to wait for reviews mainly because I haven't played any of
Remedy game?
Any Remedy games. So I'm waiting a bit on some reviews, and I'll be waiting on the price for us because it's $350 in
Right.
the US, but I don't know.
Right.
I mean, we don't know how much this will be in Mexico.
Yeah,
for us,
or
and-
in Latin America.
Absolutely,
as
and
a whole.
if you don't know, we do get very high prices for
Yeah.
especially
Yeah.
for hardware. Especially
Yes.
for hardware, we get. I mean, we pay like the equivalent to around $450
Yeah,
in the
if
price,
not
and the
more,
US is
yeah, yeah,
$350. So I want to wait for that as well, because I mean, if it's too expensive, maybe I don't know. That would be a deal breaker for me.
Big obstacle.
But but anyways, I will be paying close attention to this, and I will be I will put this on my cart on Amazon,
Right.
definitely.
Yeah,
and
on your wish list.
waiting for a definitive good price on this, and I think I may get my Xbox One.
Yeah, that would be great. That would be
Definitely.
great. I want to apologize if you hear me clear my throat a lot. I'm still kind of sick, so yeah, just don't freak out if you hear me doing that a lot. On other and more Quantum Break news related to not just the bundle but Quantum Break and Remedy, PC version was confirmed by Microsoft. We all expected it, but it was not. It hadn't been confirmed until now, and it's coming. But it's gonna be a Windows Store exclusive. It's not coming to Steam. It's only coming to a Windows Store. And on top of that, they are doing a weird, strange cross-buy and cross-play hybrid,
Yeah.
where if you pre-order the game on whichever version, you're gonna get the other version for free on your other platform. So if you pre-order the Xbox One version of the game, the digital version of the game, you're gonna get Quantum Break on your PC as well.
That's
and
only for pre-orders?
I think it's only for pre-orders, yeah.
Okay.
And it's only for a limited time as well. You've got only until April 14th.
It's a lot. It's a
The
lot of
14th.
time. That's
Yeah, it's a lot of time,
That's a
yeah.
lot of time.
But still, I mean, it's very interesting, and it's they're doing also a cross-buy play thing with Fable, which is a free-to-play game. Fable Agents, yeah.
Okay.
That's coming soon, and it's already out. I don't even know. I lost track of that game at some point. But
Many people.
yeah.
Many.
Marketing's been weird for that game, but yeah, they are doing this, and it's interesting because not just do you get the other version of the game, but you also get a shared save file system, which makes it so that if you play the game on your Xbox One and you have your save file there, that's gonna transfer over to the PC version, and then you can just continue playing the game wherever you left off on your PC, and then just switch back and forth. What do you think about this?
Well, to be honest, me personally, I don't care.
Right.
Because I'm not a PC gamer.
Right,
I don't
right.
play anything on a PC. I just don't like it. It's just not my thing. So I mean, me as a consumer or as a gamer, I don't really care much. But on a business side, like putting myself in a business mind, I don't know. I'm kind of divided on this one because yeah, it's cool that you can get these features on a game and play this wherever you like. But at the same time, like I don't know, where's the incentive on someone that plays on PC and wants to get an Xbox One, right?
Right. Yeah.
So if you're a PC gamer, like Microsoft is kind of taking away all the reasons for you to buy
Right.
an Xbox One because, I mean, you buy a console for exclusives
Right.
mainly.
Yeah.
Whether you love them or hate them, that's the reason you get a console. I mean,
Yeah, and that's
you,
the reason for exclusives to exist in the
yeah,
first place.
you get a console to play content that you cannot play
Anywhere else.
in a platform that you already own. So
Right.
if you got a PC and you want to get a console, you will only get a console to play games that you cannot get on a PC.
Right.
That's why many PC gamers think that the best combo to get with a PC is a Wii U.
Yeah, because you cannot get those games
Absolutely, you
at
cannot get
all
any
on the PC,
games on
right? Yeah.
any Nintendo game on a PC. And many console gamers that get a PS4 get the PS4 to play The Last of Us, Uncharted, the new Ratchet and Clank game,
Right.
and all this Until Dawn, and that's also for the Xbox One, right? I mean, you get an Xbox One to play Halo 5, I mean, the new Years of War coming up,
Right.
but I don't know if you're releasing all these titles, all these exclusives on the PC as well, mainly Quantum Break and I think Sunset Overdrive was on the PC as well.
Not entirely sure if Sunset Overdrive, but I mean Rise and,
was
yeah, a couple of Dead Rising, they all went to PC after a while.
and probably Halo 5 would maybe eventually.
Oh, I
come
don't
to
think so.
PC. You think so?
Yeah, I don't think that Halo 5 is going anywhere.
Really?
Yeah, people thought
Okay.
the same of Halo 4 and Halo 3.
Oh, right.
Although Halo 3 came to Russia eventually for some reason.
some
But yeah,
reason.
Halo 4 and Halo 5.
Oh, that's right.
Here's the thing.
But Gears of War may come to PC.
You think?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm divided on that. Here's the thing. I think, look, Xbox has become more than the platform, more than the hardware. Yeah, more than the physical thing, the physical box. Xbox is being managed now as a brand, and the brand includes Windows 10 gaming, Xbox Store, Xbox app. It's on your PC too, and it's gonna be. Phil, it's now managing not just the hardware division, which is, by the way, managed by someone else. The hardware, the Xbox One box, is managed by someone else. That division. Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, it's doing efforts and managing both the PC and the hardware, the box itself. So things are coming and things are being developed with that in mind, that helping the brand as a whole, not the box, not the physical Xbox One that you have at home. And that's what they are doing, that's what they're growing. I think that although I agree, because this Xbox branding thing, it's not helping Xbox One, it's helping Xbox
as a brand.
Yeah, and as a whole, exactly. And yeah, it's definitely hurting the box because games are not coming exclusively to it. It's helping Windows 10 because everything is Windows 10 exclusive and whatnot. And what I think they're doing, what I think it's what they should do is bring games that are huge, that are established franchises and sure things to the Xbox One console so that people are enticed to buy it. Halo 4, Halo 5, Gears, any other number of things that are big and that are proven to work. Forza, it's still exclusive. It's not on PC. Yeah, it's only on Xbox. Okay. And then bring the smaller titles, the new IPs, which are not proven and might not do as well, to both. Because let's face it, making a AAA game, it's very expensive, and you're not gonna get the cost back for the game if you only release it on a single platform. And if Xbox and Microsoft is want to get, they want to get that investment back, they're gonna want to bring it to as many platforms as they can. And I mean, PC, it's pretty much Windows, so they're not losing on that front. They're, as a business, they are winning. They have their investment back. But yeah, definitely, Xbox, the box is not gonna be doing well. It's hurting because of this. So that's why I think Quantum Break is going there, new IP. I expect Record to go to PC as well. Yeah, because again, new IP.
Definitely.
Sunset Overdrive, the Dead Rising, Rise. Those are all smaller franchises, and although they were good and AAA, they were not.
They're not powerhouses like Halo is, for
exactly.
instance.
So that's what I think they're gonna do. And although I might not agree with it entirely, because I really want the box to do good, right? I want it to be good competition for the PS4 and the Wii U and the NX in the future. That's what I think they're doing, and that's the reasoning I can get for Microsoft's train of thought, if you may.
I mean, you're right on point with that one. I think that it's a business decision that makes sense in terms of the software that you want to sell.
Right.
I mean, you want to sell more software to make more profit. Yeah, make it available on PC, right? Absolutely. And yeah, I mean, PC is Windows definitely. So, but me personally, I don't really care. I mean, me as a gamer, as a consumer, because I don't game on PC.
Right.
So for me, if it's a console exclusive but it's on PC, to me it's still an exclusive to the Xbox One.
Right. Yeah.
I don't even think about what is on the PC for me to play, because I don't care about the platform. It's like mobile. I don't care about games being on my cell
tablets
phone.
and cell phones,
I don't care about that. So it's kind of the same thing at the same front for me. So I mean, Quantum Break, I see this to me as an exclusive for Xbox One.
Right.
Quantum Break to me is a game that I can only play on Xbox One. Same for Rise, same for Dead Rising, same for any game that is exclusive in consoles to the Xbox One.
Right.
But I also understand some of the frustration coming out of this, because many gamers that do have a PC to play games are kind of frustrated with Microsoft, because I bought this console to play exclusives, and all of these are coming to PC as well. Like, what's going on?
Yeah.
So I think Microsoft is kind of in a tough position with this one, because you gotta make profit, you gotta sell more software, absolutely, but at the same time you got this other front with the hardware. So I don't know. I wouldn't want to be in their place to make this decision. Yeah. But
you actually mentioned it before. It's not just people that bought the box are gonna be disappointed because the game is not their games are not exclusive completely, and people that want to get the box and have a PC, have a gaming PC, they might not find enough reasons to buy it if they keep bringing things to the PC anyway.
Absolutely. I mean, I think that the only real reason right now for PC gamers to get an Xbox One right now is Halo 5.
Yeah.
Really. If you're a big fan
of
Halo
Halo,
if you're not a big fan of Halo, I mean, you don't care.
Right.
You just keep playing the PC, right?
Unless you let's get real again. Most the very vocal elitist minority of the PC gaming, the people that have the big rigs, the powerful PCs, they are still a minority. So there's a lot of people, and I think the majority of the gamers that that game on PC don't have more than 8 or 6 gigabytes of RAM, don't have amazing huge PCs with great GPU, with great CPU. So they still find enticing, buying a console that's capable of running things smoothly, rather than taking away the shadows and the textures and having it played on a small box so that the thing can run. So there's something to that, but still, I mean, just as a mentality, as an idea, it takes something out of it. If you have a PC, well, I can play here. I don't need to buy another piece of hardware to play on, and that's gonna hurt things at the end. And I'm right there with you. I think they're hurting the Xbox One box, although they might be, doing good as a brand, and they should change that. At least they should bring more real exclusives to the box, more real exclusives, so that people have a reason to buy it.
Right. I don't know. I think it's we should just keep looking at the strategy and see how this turns out for Microsoft as a whole.
On a related note, we mentioned cross-buy and cross-play with Fable Legends and Quantum Break. Someone tweeted at Phil Spencer, the head of Xbox, recently. I can't remember the name. That's
Master Phil.
That was the
Master Phil Spencer.
Oh yeah, of course, yeah, Mr. Emperor of Xbox Gaming. Yeah, we love you, Phil. And tweeted him about tweeted him about the cross-buy feature. He asked if it was gonna be a publishing exclusive thing with Microsoft games, with Microsoft Studios, and he said that he wanted to bring crossbuy to the as a platform feature, whatever that means. What I'm getting out of this is that he wants to. I'm assuming there are more games coming that are gonna be PC, Xbox hybrid, and as this seems to point to having the same feature on every game that's going to be on both.
Yeah, I think he wants this to be a consistent feature, like something that you know ahead of the launch of a game or ahead of even the announcement that you will be getting these games on both platforms. I think so.
Interesting. I mean,
it's interesting, yeah, because they're the first ones to do this.
Yeah.
Well, not really. Sony did this also with many indie games, especially with the PS4 and Vita.
Right. Yeah.
Because you get a game for the PS4 and you can get it on Vita. I just bought this weekend. There was a PSN flash sale, and
Transistor?
And a flash sale.
No, but I mean, Transistor you bought, or what did you?
No. I already got that game before. I bought Towerfall Ascension.
Oh, okay.
Which is a couch multiplayer, very good indie game.
Oh,
and cool. when I bought the game, I also got the option to download it for the Vita. And I was like, okay, cool. So I can play this on the Vita that I do not own. So I mean, the cross-buy and cross-play feature is not something
new, right?
It is something new to the industry, but it's new with a console and a PC.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. Yeah. Because the Vita audience and the PC audience, it's very different.
Vastly different.
Yeah. So yeah, interesting. We'll see what happens with that going on in the future.
Forward, yeah.
Moving on, we've got some very, very interesting and surprising news. Kanye West just released a trailer for his new game. What do you think? I'm just kidding, of course. we don't care about that. That happened. That's a fact.
Really?
Yeah. For some reason, he has a game. He's gonna have a game, and a trailer just came out. We don't care about that. We're just moving on from that. Don't skip. People. And Activision.
That's better.
That's better. Yeah, that's much better.
Yeah.
Call of Duty Black Ops 3. It's coming to Steam, but only in the multiplayer aspect of the game. Only the multiplayer aspect of the game is coming, and it's going to be available until February the 29th.
What?
Yeah, very weird.
So
they're trying to promote the game, the multiplayer part of the game.
The campaign of Black Ops 3 isn't available on Steam?
It is. You can buy the whole game, but this is like a reduced price, limited time offer where you buy
Okay.
the multiplayer part of the game for $15.
15?
Yeah, 15.
Okay.
And you can play until the last day of February. And once you finish, you can upgrade to the full version. So you can try the multiplayer, which is what most people were going to play that game for.
Exactly, yeah.
And try almost everything. I think they have a level cap of 55 and you cannot prestige. But I mean, you're not going to have time to prestige on whatever, 2 weeks, I hope. If not, you have problems.
If you want to, yeah, you can do it.
I think we did it.
I remember when I was playing on a vacation. I was playing Black Ops 2 from level 1 on multiplayer, and I almost prestige in like 3 days.
Wow.
So yeah, you can. I mean,
yeah.
you
Okay.
Can
you're right. Yeah. Taking
my
my memories back to younger times.
Just remember us when we were in high school.
Yeah, exactly.
Like we could.
I have no idea where we got the time, how we managed.
High school. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I guess. Yeah, it's possible. Okay. Scratch that. It's definitely possible to prestige in 3 weeks. But you won't because it's gonna be. Yeah. Right.
I remember. I think it was a Black Ops 2 or Ghosts where there was a guy that got to 50.
That's right. Yeah.
In like a week.
Yeah, that's right. That's absolutely right.
Or a week or 2
I think
weeks,
it was
like
Ghosts.
15 prestiges in like a week or two. I remember that news and I was like, wow.
Wow. Yeah. Well, hopefully he had fun.
Well played, bro.
Yeah.
Well played.
Hopefully he ate and is well. He had nutrition in his body because that seems straining and unhealthy. But good on you. I mean, if you did it. So yeah. Until the last day of February, and it's not gonna include the campaign or the zombie mode. But I mean, you still get the multiplayer thing.
Yeah,
So
this is
that's good.
this is Activision doing some market research, definitely, because they've been experimenting since the release of Black Ops 3 on last gen.
Right.
They're definitely doing some observation and experiments on whether people can really welcome a multiplayer only Call of Duty. So I think I wouldn't like this, but I think
Yeah, me either.
they are preparing on the future for a multiplayer only Call of Duty, like a full release, a
I
full
don't know.
Call of Duty game with only multiplayer. And I think that these signs are pointing towards they observing the market and how the market is reacting
Responding
to
to?
this. Because these publishers, they have access to the number of the play hours of the community of all gamers, and they clearly see that like at least 90% or more of your total playtime on a Call of Duty game is spent on the multiplayer.
Yeah.
But the campaign costs a lot of money to make.
Yeah.
That's a lot of development resources spent on the campaign. So you got you got two new choices: either scratch that and make the development of the game cheaper for you,
Right.
or either get all these resources into making a bigger multiplayer game. So I think they're kind of experimenting with this idea.
Right.
I wouldn't like them to completely remove the campaign because I do like Call of Duty campaigns, and I think I mainly buy a game for a campaign.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say. Yeah, most people, not most people, but there's a minority of people, but there's some people in there that cannot be neglected and that just play the games for the campaign. There's a lot of people out there that really, really enjoy their single players. And it's been proven time and time again that if you make a multiplayer only game, the odds are not on your favor to,
absolutely.
for the game
but
to
at the same time,
succeed.
at the same time, I think this: if there is a franchise that can maybe pull
Pull
this
it
off,
off?
it could be Call of Duty, right?
Well,
It could be Call of Duty
probably. You're right.
because
Yeah.
Titanfall couldn't, Evolve couldn't. Rainbow Six Siege, I don't know. It's still
still on
be
the fence,
seen.
yeah.
Star Wars Battlefront, I don't know. Like, I mean, sales wise, yeah, but reception wise, I don't think so.
Yeah.
But Call of Duty, I think Call of Duty can pull this off. To be honest,
Call of Duty is such a weird, unique, strange beast in the market.
Because a big portion of the player base of Call of Duty is different than what you and I are. Because we play a lot of games, a lot of different games. I play The Witcher, you play Fallout, Halo, and a lot of stuff. But keep in mind that many of the Call of Duty players, many of these people, they only play Call of Duty and maybe like FIFA or these very, very mainstream appeal games.
Yeah.
And
if not just Call of Duty.
Yeah, and these people, a lot of these people don't really care about the campaign. They don't even touch the campaign because they don't want to. I mean, they don't want to think about the story, or they just want to get home and grab a controller, relax, and shoot some people on online.
Relaxing.
Yeah, and it's relaxing, really. So I don't know. Maybe this specific market can be very healthy for Activision.
Could be.
And I don't know. I wouldn't like them to drop the campaign. But I think that all signs are pointing toward them at least considering dropping a campaign for a multiplayer. And I think this Steam thing is them just
experimenting,
trying the waters and such. So.
Well, I mean, we were talking last show about Grand Theft Auto reaching what was it, 60 million units?
60 million.
And we also. We mentioned that the entire franchise, GTA as a whole, it's managed to sell 220 million units. Well, Black Ops 3 alone, on its own, has been able to sell 250 million copies on its own. So that can give you an idea of how big the community is.
250 Black
million.
Ops 3?
Yeah.
That's not possible. 250 million? I think that's the whole Call of Duty franchise.
Nope. Well, not according to what. Let me recheck.
That's just too much.
It's I wouldn't doubt it. I mean, Call of Duty has gotten so massive over the years that.
Yeah, but I mean, if you sum up the total hardware units of the PS3, Xbox 360, Xbox One, and PS4, you do not get to 250 million consoles. How can you sell more copies than hardwares? That's kind of...
Yeah, it might be... Let me see.
I think that's either the whole Call of Duty franchise or maybe the whole Black Ops trilogy.
That could be it. Yeah, it could be the Black Ops trilogy. That would make more sense.
Black
Ops
Ops 3 is 250 million copies. That just doesn't make much sense because consider that there are like 30 million PS4s and around 20 million Xbox Ones. That's 50
Yeah,
million.
you're absolutely right. Yeah,
Plus
thinking on it, yeah, it wouldn't make any
160
sense.
million of last gen. Yeah, you don't get 250 million consoles. That's
No, yeah, you're absolutely right. It's
you got me scared there for a
yeah,
moment.
no,
Like,
and it doesn't make sense. Yeah, no, you're absolutely right. It's the franchise. It's the franchise that
the
has
whole
sold more
Call of
than
Duty
two. Yeah,
franchise. That's still a lot.
yeah, that's still
still a lot.
huge. Yeah, yeah, it's
That's
more than
huge.
all the GTA's games. Well, although yeah, there's like 10 Call of Duties, right?
Wow, I don't know, but they're like
It's 1, 2, 3, Modern Warfare 2, World at War, Black
Ops,
Ops,
Modern Warfare
3, Black Ops 2,
Ghosts, Advanced Warfare, and Black Ops
Ghosts,
3.
Advanced Warfare. Oh wow, and yeah, and that's
And-
11 games, and that's a perfect
and-
segue for.
And Black Ops Declassified on the Vita.
Oh, that's absolutely
and
right.
And Call of Duty, I think was Finest Hour on PC. Yeah, they got some weird like ports on the on Call of Duty 1 and Call of Duty 2, somewhere around that. There has some weird like spin-offs. Oh, and they also got a Call of Duty on the DS. I remember.
Really?
There was a version of Call of Duty. I think it was Call of Duty Modern Warfare, the first one,
Right.
on the DS and on the Wii, and they had some weird
Yeah,
porting
yeah,
on
yeah.
those platforms.
But I mean, main installments of the game are either 11 or 12.
Right.
And we are gonna have a 12th or 13th
new
coming
one?
up this year.
A
yeah,
new Call of Duty?
I
Are
know,
you
right?
serious?
Yeah,
Oh my
that's
God,
surprising.
That's a
it's
surprise.
no one saw this coming.
Except no one ever.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, yeah. Infinity Ward. It's coming back. It's coming back on Q4 with a new Call of Duty.
We knew this since I don't know, like
5 years ago?
3 years ago, that Infinity War was coming out with a new Call of
The
Duty.
only
this year.
surprising thing here, and not surprising, but you could deduce this, is that Infinity Ward, it's the first one, I think, that has the entire 3-year cycle now.
No,
after the
that
addition
was-
of
no,
Sledgehammer?
no,
Or Sledgehammer was the first
Sledgehammer
one?
was the first one.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah.
But it's the first returning developer that had the entire,
Sure.
3-year cycle for developing. Because, yeah, Infinity Ward and Treyarch just started switching over every year. Sledgehammer came into play, and now they have a 3-year development cycle amongst the three.
Okay, so I'm gonna make a prediction right now.
Go ahead. The name of the game, or
this new Call of Duty
right?
is gonna be set in the past. It isn't gonna.
I hope.
It isn't gonna be a futuristic Call of Duty
hope.
game. This Call of Duty may be set in World War II.
Oh, please, I hope. I really do
Just
hope.
because the market is demanding that.
Yeah.
Because last week there was a game on Kickstarter, like
Mm-hmm.
a World War II shooter on Kickstarter, and it reached its goal like within 2 days, I think so, and it's just going up and up and up, and people are demanding a return to the roots of the franchise or the genre at all, and I think this will be a World War II shooter.
You think people are finally done with the
Yeah.
whole futuristic?
Absolutely, yeah.
And do you think the game is going to have a campaign?
Yeah, I think so. I think it's still too early to make for Activision
Any
to actually make a
intense
call
change?
to drop
Right.
the campaign. Maybe if we see a Call of Duty without a campaign, that would be next year's. That would be Sledgehammer's Call of Duty. I think.
Oh, yeah. Sledgehammer.
I think that would be maybe the game without a campaign. Maybe, I don't know. But this one will have a campaign, and I think this is a World War II shooter, and that
Oh, man.
makes
Hopefully.
me so excited for that.
Yeah.
And
yeah.
I think I want this game to have hardcore search and destroy.
Please, yeah.
And if it does, sign me up for that.
That could be my return to Call of Duty.
Yeah, just get rid of this exosuit crap.
Yeah. It's
Just give me like a traditional ground-based hardcore search and destroy
right. Yeah.
experience.
Go
with-
back to the origin. Go back to your roots.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of potential given the engine, the what can you do with this new generation of consoles in terms of graphics and performance and visual effects
Right.
and ambient and environment creation with a World War II setting.
Yeah,
I think there's-
without having to really, want to put on people's faces and down their throats the whole, oh, look, you can jump and move fast. And
Right.
that's not necessary. You can have vertical gameplay without jetpacks and
I mean,
and shit.
GoldenEye did that in
stuff.
1997.
Right.
Perfect Dark did that in 2000.
One?
No, what's
2000?
2000, I
Yeah.
think so.
Okay.
Did vertical gameplay
Right.
just by level design.
Exactly. Yeah.
So you don't. I mean, come on. Even Doom kind of did that.
Right.
Slightly vertical design in the first Doom game, and yeah, you don't need this exosuit. You don't need this huge jetpack stuff.
Right.
Just a good World War II shooter is something that I can get very excited about.
Yeah. Talking on about the campaign, it's interesting to point out that Infinity Ward has been gathering important people from the industry this last couple years and months.
Really?
Yeah, a couple of folk from Naughty Dog ended up going to Infinity Ward. Some people from Riot Games, the developers of League of Legends, ended up going to Infinity Ward. So I don't know about the Riot guys, but at least the Naughty Dog guys, those guys specialize in single player experiences. So I agree with you. I expect there to be a full-fledged campaign, a good campaign, and Infinity Ward has a history of hiring movie directors and writers to help them with the campaign, which Ghosts didn't really show that. But
I
anyway,
haven't played that one.
Ghosts, the campaign?
But I don't. I heard kind of bad.
Yeah, I didn't like it, not one bit. But Advanced Warfare's campaign wasn't that bad, wasn't terrible.
Kevin
They had
Spacey,
Kevin
bro.
Spacey there. Maybe that's why it wasn't. I don't know. I didn't finish it, oddly enough. But it wasn't bad. Up until I left, I was enjoying it.
Okay.
So yeah, that's what we have for Call of Duty. But we're not moving on from Activision. Activision released a statement a couple days back saying Activision Publishing, along with its partners at Bungie, expect to bring a large new expansion to Destiny in 2016, and to release a full game sequel in 2017. So there's that. We accurately, well, you, because I went on a limb there.
Called
you
it.
accurately, yeah, called
it.
the sequel coming on 2017.
So I've been, as of lately, I've been pressured, just peer pressure from my coworkers to get Destiny, to play together, to raid and stuff. I still haven't jumped into the Destiny bandwagon. I don't know if I will. I'm not 100% sure of it. But especially given that an expansion is coming up, so I don't know about that. Maybe I'll wait until this expansion is released
out.
to get a full physical version with this expansion included. But a full sequel, that's exciting. A full sequel of the game, that's exciting.
Right.
Because I think that Bungie is a very smart studio. They have a very talented people, and they're very intelligent about what the player base is asking for.
Yeah.
And I think they can improve the overall image of the franchise by doing something new and something exciting. So yeah, I think this is good news. I think a full sequel for Destiny is needed for next year.
Right. And that full sequel has to have a real single player campaign.
A good one.
A good story in there. And I think Bungie is the kind of studio that really takes and embraces the feedback from the community. Yeah. And in that, I think that if people are vocal enough, and I think they are vocal enough about the campaign, they hopefully will put it in there, and they have enough time to work on it. They have enough time
they can definitely do that.
Yeah, to put it in, and hopefully it's going to be a good one. And yeah, we can only hope and see what this expansion is about. There's no details about it yet, but if you're a Destiny player and you listen to the show, stay tuned for that. We are hopefully, as soon as they give us any information, we're going to have it for you, and we're going to present it. And yeah, let's wait that and I hope that this new Destiny game it's much better than
the last one.
Than one we have now. Very good. Moving on from Activision to another publisher, EA. EA news on the house.
Mass Effect, baby.
Our
Commander Shepard.
most expected game of the, at least my most expected game of the year.
It's one of my most expected games of this year.
A little bit of a I don't think it's necessarily sad news or anything bad.
I'm Commander Shepard, and this is my favorite podcast in the galaxy.
Oh,
boom!
Quotes. Mass Effect Andromeda's lead writer, Mr. Chris. Oh my God, I don't know if I'm gonna pronounce this right. Chris Schlurf. Schlurf. I'm sorry, Mr. Schlurf.
I'm sorry, Chris.
I really am.
Sorry.
Is leaving BioWare Montreal to go and work on Destiny at Bungie.
I don't really think this means anything
No, me
aside
either.
from he being offered a better paid job, maybe.
Right. I actually think that he already is done with the writing. I mean, they better be done with writing at this point.
More likely.
So he probably just finished all his, whatever he had going on at BioWare, and he just received a better offer and just took up. I mean, right now is the perfect moment for Bungie to hire a writer for the new game.
And a good writer as well.
A great writer.
We haven't played Mass Effect Andromeda, but Mass Effect is a franchise that requires a lot of good writing.
Of course,
because it's a shooter with a lot of RPG elements. You can argue that it's more of an RPG than a shooter. I think otherwise. I think Mass Effect is
more
a
of
shooter first, but
RPG.
with heavy RPG elements, especially in the story camp.
Yes.
And I think this is a very good sign for Bungie moving forward. I mean, we were just speaking about Bungie, right?
Yeah.
About Destiny 2, and I think this is a very, very good lead moving forward into a possible announcement of Destiny 2 maybe later this year or next year. So I think this is a good thing. It's a good, very, very good sign.
Exactly.
For
he actually parted
Destiny.
in a great way, on a high note with BioWare. He actually said on a tweet, I think, that he really couldn't wait to see the game come out. He had worked hard on it, and he can't wait to see what people think of the game, and that he thinks that it's going to be good. So I'm sure things are great between them, and there's no hard feelings involved in here. But it's still very interesting and notable to say that he is the third notable person that's leaving or that left BioWare Montreal in the last few months. Back in January, David Gator left. He was a senior developer. No, sorry, he was a writer too. And senior developer Chris Ween left back in December. I don't know where they went to, but it's interesting to see people leaving. Although I don't think has anything to do with Andromeda
people
at all.
Change. There's turnover in human
Right,
resources
especially in the
all
gaming
time.
industry. There's a lot of jumping over.
Yeah, and I don't know. I don't think this means anything. I mean, a lot of people left Naughty Dog also 2 years ago. So I don't know. I don't think this says anything really.
No, nothing bad.
But speaking about the lead writer of Mass Effect Andromeda, I mean both Mass Effect and Destiny, both of these are sci-fi franchises.
Right.
So,
yeah, they have a lot in common.
That's cool. That should be exciting. I mean, if they bring something from Mass Effect over to Destiny, sign me up.
Right. Yeah, that's
cool.
the much
It's
better
awesome.
for Destiny. Yeah. And in good news, good additions also came a few months back to BioWare Montreal. Let me just find the name because I lost it. Drew. Another great last name here. Drew Karpyshyn. Drew. You might not know the guy's name, but
Drew.
Yeah, Mr. Drew. He was the lead writer on Mass Effect 1 and 2, which is my personal favorite of the series.
Mass Effect 2 is probably my favorite game of last gen.
Yeah.
Probably.
Not my favorite, but at least, it's on the top 5 of last gen.
It's amazing.
And not just those two, which are great games. He also was a lead, not lead, but he was a writer on Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, which is one of my favorite Star Wars games of all time.
It's a very acclaimed title.
Yeah,
very
huge.
A lot of support from the fan base, the Star Wars fan base. Yeah.
So that can only mean great things. I mean, he's now I'm assuming he's gonna be the lead writer, taking over after Mr. God dang it, where I live his name, Chris Schlurf. After he left, he probably is going to take over on the writing things and maybe rewrite a couple of things. Nothing major. The game's almost out, so there's not that much time to make changes. But it's great. It's great things coming from here on. Mass Effect Andromeda and then sequels. I'm expecting great things.
Can we stop talking about Mass Effect? I'm getting so excited. I'm going crazy here. I just want to play the game already. It's just Mass Effect is one of those franchises that I didn't expect anything out of it. And I got my favorite game of last gen. I just loved it. I just loved Mass Effect, and wow, I'm so pumped for this, and I have a lot of questions for Andromeda.
We don't know anything about that game.
Anything like the races, are the Asari coming back, or the Krogan?
Right, yeah, because this takes place in a whole different galaxy, so there might be a whole new different races.
I mean, what's the
things.
story?
Right.
Who's the villain? Like what? I don't know. I'm so
How does this relate to the ending of Mass Effect 3?
Don't speak about
About bad things.
Please, don't speak about the ending of Mass Effect 3.
But I mean, there's gotta be some kind of repercussion. Oh my god, I can talk! Repercussions.
You know, I don't think they will link Andromeda in any sense to Mass Effect 3's ending.
At all?
At all. I don't think so, because Mass Effect 3, the ending of Mass Effect 3 was so controversial. Like, people hate that.
Yeah.
Nobody wants to remember the ending of Mass
That's
Effect 3.
right.
I don't think so.
On the flip side, this could be a great chance to redeem themselves after that. I mean, to redeem that ending.
At the same time, I think that they will redeem themselves from the ending of Mass Effect 3 by giving us a very good game.
Well,
a very good story that is
that
just
could be it.
apart from the original trilogy.
Right.
I think so. So I just don't want to remember that god awful ending.
You want to stay
but
excited.
At the same time, you know, I wouldn't mind the Reapers coming back.
Oh no, not at all. The Reapers are great
awesome.
means of storytelling. Yeah, they're
awesome.
very interesting. Yeah, definitely. No, it's better to stay excited. Better to stay on the high notes. And speaking of high notes and getting excited, we have upon us the DICE Summit, where Mr. Kojima and Mr. Guillermo del Toro will be having a keynote.
I just love how in the outline of today's show you wrote Kojima and friends. I just love that. I think that's a way better name than Kojima Productions.
Yeah, definitely.
Kojima
they
and
just
friends.
renamed it, rebrand everything.
Rebrand. That's for free, Mr. Kojima. That's our
You're
gift to
welcome.
you. Kojima and friends and the Toro.
Yes. Yeah. Oh, that would be great if they are doing. Oh, I want them to be doing something. I want them to be having some sort of game together.
We're recording this on a Wednesday, and yesterday there was this weird news that Kojima tweeted a picture with of him with Norman Reedus.
Yes.
One of them talking, having dinner, I think so.
Yeah.
And talking about Kojima Productions. So I was wondering, why would you be talking to Reedus about your studio? There's only one answer for that.
Yes.
There's only one answer for that.
Yes, please.
And I am going crazy for this. And tomorrow is the DICE Summit. And if Mr. Kojima and the Toro come on stage and give just a slight tease about Silent Hills, or I mean, Quiet Mountains, or
whatever you want to call it,
call this, if they just give a slight tease of that, man,
people are gonna go insane.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yeah, internet's gonna
lose my mind.
It's gonna break.
I'm gonna lose my mind.
Yes.
I'm a big kind of a big Silent Hill fan.
Right.
I love the original trilogy, the first 3 games of the Silent Hill franchise. They're in my opinion the best horror games out there by far. If you wanna get creeped out and just cry while playing a game, play Silent Hill 2 and 3. You will. I mean, those are games for brave people, and I just love them so much because not a single game has ever replicated that sense of fear that I felt playing Silent Hill, especially Silent Hill 3. Like, really, I couldn't play the game at night. I played the game during the day with the windows open and the sunshine coming in, and I was scared still. The game was so freaky, so that's oh my god,
have a heart attack.
That's so great, but it's so great, like, because Silent Hill games achieved all of this without a single jump scare. They did all of this, all of this by good level design, good ambience, good environment, good design of enemies, and just good everything, right? So I think that if there's one guy that can actually make this happen again, that's Kojima. And if they bring,
especially if he has someone like Del Toro with him,
if they can bring this back, I mean, I don't care about Silent Hill, about this
just
being part of the franchise.
Anything.
Just give us Quiet Mountains, or
give us whatever you want to call it.
PT,
but a horror game with those two.
PT full.
Yeah, just call it PT. That's right. Yeah.
I don't care. Yeah, just give us this back, and I would go insane over this, and I would. I don't know that I'm so excited about this. I would play the hell out of this game,
Right,
even if I
yeah.
couldn't, because I would be so scared.
Scared
of
of?
playing it. I would get this game day one
Yeah.
and just play this. Maybe even we can stream.
Oh
We
no!
can
Yeah,
stream
yeah,
the
yeah, yeah.
playthrough.
That
So-
would really get us famous. Yeah,
so
you don't want to hear those
Yeah, so we
CC
can.
of.
I'm thinking more of a streaming this so we don't feel alone.
I know, right?
While playing this, because that's so creepy.
Oh my god! Yeah.
So
I can see that going viral. Just us screaming like little girls.
I'm so excited about just the idea of Kojima announcing. I'm just teasing something around this, and on one hand, like, why did you tweet that picture 2 days before your
Right.
presentation?
Yeah.
If you know that people are expecting
Exactly.
an announcement, like, I don't want to get my hopes up, but I really think that Kojima is teasing us.
Yeah, Kojima is very good at doing that. He's great at building up
He
expectations.
knows. I mean, he knows
Yeah,
that
he knows
people want this. He
Yeah.
knows that people want this, and I don't know. I'm really expecting something, at least tease. I would be disappointed if I didn't, but at the same time, if they do not show anything tomorrow on the DICE presentation, I still would have hopes for this to happen.
Yeah, right. Absolutely.
Definitely.
Absolutely. Yeah.
I honestly feel 100% that this is happening.
At some point, hopefully.
And
Oh God.
I'm
yeah.
going
please.
crazy over this. I mean, if this is Kojima's Productions' new title for the PS4 or Xbox, I don't care.
Whichever platform,
Even
yeah.
if you bring this to PC, I don't care about PC. But you know, I can promise you that I will get a PC either from a coworker or I
someone.
don't care.
Yeah,
I mean,
you're gonna
even
buy
yours,
a
I'm gonna
new
get
one.
yours your PC.
I'm gonna be busy playing it. So.
And I'm gonna play this game. But oh my god, it's so.
We're really, really excited about
Yeah.
this. Norman Reedus, he spoke to IGN about this. He, and I quote here, he said, "I have faith that we, the three of us, Del Toro, Kojima, and him, can do something else. There were so many ideas and cool future happenings that were thrown around." He's talking about his meeting with Kojima. "I just can't see us not picking this up somewhere."
Absolutely.
So-
There's no way this isn't happening.
Exactly, yeah.
And actually, the sister of a friend of mine actually met Del Toro at a
Oh,
at
that's
a
cool.
presentation
That's very cool.
in Mexico.
I would die for
and she
that.
talked to Del Toro. And Del Toro said in this presentation that he hasn't met a person that is as brilliant, as genius as Kojima is.
Right.
And Del Toro said that in his presentation, that he was being constantly impressed by the ideas that Mr. Kojima was coming up. And that it's just a very damn shame that the project was canceled by Konami. And he also said something similar around that there's no way, I mean, that they could... That he didn't want to talk much
Right.
about these ideas out of hope that they can actually just
Still come to
pick
fruition.
up the project
Right.
sometime in the future.
Oh,
so
hopefully.
he didn't want to reveal a
Right,
lot of
right,
stuff,
right,
and,
right.
and I think he did right.
Yes.
Because I think this is happening, and I'm so excited.
I
about
know,
this.
yeah.
Definitely.
Hopefully, oh please, hopefully
Definitely.
something like this. Yeah. It's very, very, very interesting, and hopefully something comes out. Stay tuned for news on the summit coming soon, and watch the summit tomorrow, Thursday, the
Actually,
the 7th, the
by
18th.
the time that you're watching this,
Yeah,
on
probably
YouTube,
it's gonna be
the
already-
summit, the
had
summit
already happened, yeah.
So if there's any news coming out of this, we should be talking this in
Next week's show,
Next
yeah.
week's show, definitely.
Yeah. So speaking of Kojima, let's move to Japan for a couple segments here.
Well, Kojima's in Japan, you know.
Yeah, that's why it's a great segue for it.
Okay. Cool.
Let's stay then in Japan and talk a little about Japanese games and the publishers too. We have some, again, Xbox Store leaked information for some reason. And they leaked that there's going to be Dark Souls 3 DLC. They have plans for DLC for that game.
I don't appreciate knowing of DLC before a game's release.
Oh, yeah, no,
At all.
definitely.
I don't like this. Mm-hmm. Definitely. I mean, even if the DLC is very good, I don't appreciate knowing of paid DLC before a game's launch.
Speaks of practices that are not really well received and no one really likes.
I mean, even if you're already developing, that's cool. Don't talk about it yet.
Yeah, exactly. But we're gonna talk about it because it came out.
Because news and because
exactly.
viewers and
There were only it was just a line of I mean, it was announced, not announced, but shown, and there was only a quote which said new maps, bosses, enemies, and additional weapons and armor sets, and that's it. There's no pricing, there's no detail, there's nothing. But you can expect Dark Souls 3 DLC coming soon.
I mean, I don't really care much because I'm not getting Dark Souls 3 day one.
Yeah.
I'm waiting for a definitive
Edition with
edition
all the
DLCs,
expansions now.
like I did with Dark Souls 2.
Right.
And yeah, I don't really care that much.
Yeah.
For it.
What you might care about is again leaked through the Xbox store once more that probably they leaked together. Dark Souls 1 is coming to Xbox One through the backwards compatibility program.
That's cool, and I actually own the game and on the Xbox 360, so maybe I can play it on Xbox One. I don't know,
maybe,
but I don't think that will be fixing the frame rate issues of the game.
No, I don't think
the game
being
had a
optimized.
lot of frame rate
Right.
issues on the Xbox 360, yeah, PS3 as well. I think so. So I mean, I don't think that makes any difference at all. But if I get any glimpse of the game running better through the emulation on the Xbox One, I would play it that way, definitely.
Nice.
Definitely.
Nice. I don't really think they're gonna do much, at least not much optimization for that game. But if they do, that's great. But anyway, for me, I haven't played any of the Soul series games. Neither the Dark Souls series or
Bloodborne
or Bloodborne or there
Demon
was
Souls.
Demon Souls. Yeah, exactly. None of them. And this could be a perfect way for me to get to know the franchise and play those games.
I haven't gotten deep into the games, but I did play like a good 2-3 hours, I think, more of Dark Souls.
Right.
Because I didn't continue playing because I had a lot of other stuff to do at the time. But just the portion that I played, I loved it. I really, really enjoyed my time with it.
You've told me before that you love high difficulty games.
Yeah, I do enjoy difficult games. I mean, with a limit. I mean, Dark Souls is difficult, but isn't something impossible. Like super frustrating thing. I think I can. That's the kind of difficulty that I really enjoy. Because I'm the guy that plays any shooters on max difficulty like anytime, except classic shooters like Doom. I don't play Doom on Nightmare. That's just so that's just insane. But I do play like Call of Duty on Veteran. I'm playing The Witcher 3 on Death March, which is this kind of difficulty. I like that. I like being challenged in a game. But only if the challenge is fair, right?
Right.
And to be honest, I think the challenge in the Dark Souls games is fair. They're challenging games. They're games that demand you to be like focused and being on track, like with what you're doing. But they're fair games. Yeah. They're very, very fair in their difficulty. So, yeah, I think I'm excited for Dark Souls 3, but I will wait for the game, definitely. So these DLC plans, I don't know. I really don't care much for them, to be honest.
Right. Yeah, just hope for the game to come in a definitive edition thing.
Yeah.
I hope this to be, again, something similar as Quantum Break and other games and Gears and whatnot. They're probably going to include it with your pre-order or when you buy the game.
For the Xbox One.
Probably.
Yeah, probably.
They're really taking advantage of this backwards compatibility thing. And I think that's great.
They should.
Yeah, the more games they give me, the better.
Absolutely.
Moving on from Software to Sony, the publisher. Still in Japan, yeah. We have rumors coming from a LinkedIn profile update by a 3D animator that they might be working on Knack 2.
Slightly surprising to me because I mean it's a still fresh new IP, but at the same time it's an IP that didn't got the reception that they expected.
Wanted,
But also I think it's an IP that has some potential to it, given that it was a title that was maybe a bit rushed for release, with the PlayStation 4 hardware, the initial 2013 release of the console. So, I mean, just by looking at what they're doing with a new Ratchet and Clank,
which looks great,
which looks absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah,
so it looks so much fun. I think there's a lot of potential for Knack too, because it's a very similar style of game.
Yeah.
And I'm not. I mean, I'm being honest. I'm not like, woo, yeah, Knack 2, woo. I mean, I'm happy for it,
Mm-hmm.
but I just need to see. I need to see more of the game. I need to see at least. I mean, it's not more, but something of the game. And but I think there's potential. This could be a good thing.
Yeah, Knack 2 is it's very much on the style of old school platformers. And maybe that is why it didn't have the reception it waited for, because today's audiences are not really used to that kind of platformers going back. But what I'm interested to see how it affects Knack 2 if it comes out is Knack 2 and see if it comes out Spanish there, sorry. Is that there's a lot of old school platformers and revivals coming soon.
Yeah.
You got Ukulele coming very soon, which I'm really, really excited for. We've got the new Ratchet and Clank game and movie. They're doing a movie for that.
Yeah, so the new Ratchet and Clank game is based on the movie that is based on the game.
Yes.
Right.
Which I'm still expecting it to be very much on the same line and on the bloodlines of the original Ratchet and Clank games.
It's a reimagining of the first game.
Yes.
Which I didn't play. But
I did play one of the PlayStation 2 games, and I loved it. It was a very, very good, well-made game.
Yeah, they look like my kind of games, because I'm a very big fan of 3D platformers.
Yeah.
And I'm very excited for this.
Like I love my Spyros and my Crash Bandicoot. Those are my childhood games. Yeah. Spyro. And I would give anything to have a Spyro game again. And a new Crash Bandicoot game. Yeah. But yeah, I want to see how Knack 2 deals with this new competition, because there's a lot of 3D platformers coming up that look huge and great. So I don't know how can they bring anything to the table that's different and innovative.
At the same time, not much. I mean, besides Ukulele and Ratchet and Clank, what else is coming up?
Well, do you need any more? I mean, these are huge games.
There are huge games, but you cannot compare this to what we were getting back in the N64 and PlayStation era. Like we were getting Super Mario, we were getting Ratchet and Clank. I mean, not Ratchet and Clank, but Crash Bandicoot and Banjo-Kazooie and Conker and a lot
Spyro
of this. And Spyro. So I think this is still. I think it's a good time for them to jump on this. I think Crash Bandicoot is happening.
You think?
Yeah, it's happening. There's no way that is not happening right now. Crash Bandicoot is happening. We'll be getting a review at E3 or PSX.
Predictions!
I'm calling this. It will
predictions!
Happen. Not Spyro. Spyro is not happening. I'm pretty sure that is not happening at all.
You don't think Activision is gonna declaw it and release it?
That saddens me. I really want a new Spyro game, but I don't think that's happening. But Crash Bandicoot is. I'm sure of it.
Oh man,
it's been teased on like so many times.
That's true.
It's been teased on so many times, and I think now is the perfect time to have a proper Crash Bandicoot game. And I think it could be
a revival. Oh,
that'd be great. It could be maybe a big holiday title.
Oh, you think for 2017?
For 2016, I think so.
Oh, you think it's coming this year?
It could be. I don't think so. I mean, if I had to make a call, I think it's coming in 2017. But if they can make it 2016 holiday title, I think it could be huge.
Wow.
It could be a big, just because of what Crash represents for the PlayStation brand as a whole.
Yeah. Well, let's hope. I'm
calling it right now.
Yeah, call it. Yeah. Let's have some predictions.
Crash Bandicoot,
some bets going.
Crash Bandicoot is being announced this year
at E3. Okay. We'll see.
Definitely.
Great. Let's come back from Japan to North America, and let's go to Google. Google allegedly, they come from this. They are working on a VR headset that's gonna be competing with all the other VR headsets out there.
And,
yes,
PlayStation
the
VR.
main difference being that they want to make this so that it's a standalone headset. They don't want
you to require a phone,
a phone or a tablet or a PC or a console. They want it to be just the headset, and you can somehow put software on it and run it.
So it's basically a computer in a headset.
Yeah, it's like Google Glass times 10.
Wow, that's gonna be expensive. I think so.
It is, yeah.
That's gonna be expensive, and to be honest, I'm not huge into VR and into the. I'm not in the VR hype bandwagon. I don't really. I don't want to say that I don't care about VR, but I'm not hyped for it.
Right.
Mainly because it's a good experience. I've tried VR and it's great. It's a good experience, but it's that kind of experience that you that you partake in for 30 minutes. That's it.
And you forget?
Yeah, and I mean, and you get tired of having this headset in your face. I mean, I do not see myself sitting for 3 or 4 hours straight with a headset in my face. Like, definitely not. Not in. There's not a chance that I will be doing that, and I don't think that the mass market will do that as well. I don't think so.
I don't know. I'm actually on the opposite side of the coin on
Really?
this one. Yeah, I'm really excited for VR.
I mean, I'm excited to me as an experience. I want to try new experiences. I think there's a lot of potential for VR, especially in horror. I think that's that there's a lot of things that they can do with. Oh, Kojima doing this with PlayStation VR. Oh my god! But anyways, I think there's a lot of potential in this. But I don't see the mass market spending like $500, $600 for a headset, and then
That's true.
coming home.
Pricing is important.
Coming home late in the afternoon or evening after a hard day at work and just sitting on the couch and putting this and isolating themselves from their, I don't know, your girlfriend, your wife, or your friends, whatever.
Right.
I mean, I don't see this happening in a mass market. So I don't know. I think VR, VR is getting into the market this year, but I think VR will not be something that the huge market will actually embrace. I think this 2016 is a year that VR will be introduced as a consumer product, but I think it will be getting bigger maybe by 2018, 2019.
Couple years of development.
I don't think. I mean, there's no way that Sony, for instance, will be moving their big franchises to VR.
Right.
Like, oh yeah, the new Uncharted, it's only on VR. There's no way they're doing that.
No, especially not with exclusivity deals.
Exactly.
I don't
There's
think so.
no way they're doing that. I think they will be experimenting with smaller titles and maybe remasters or ports. But in this Google thing, I mean, it's exciting. Yeah, I mean, I want to look at what they are doing with this. But I think people are getting too much hyped about VR, and I honestly think it will kind of flop.
Okay.
Not as big as 3D as 3D televisions did, because they really flopped so hard, so terrible.
Terribly.
But I think that many people are seeing VR as the next big thing, the thing that will change gaming forever.
Right.
And I mean, they said the same about motion controllers.
Yeah, and that didn't work out.
And many jumped onto this, and I mean, what's happening right now with motion controllers? Like nothing. So I think kind of the same thing will happen to VR, but not as bad. I think VR will stay, but it will have its separate, like more like a niche audience. Not niche necessarily, but like a growing audience, but not comparable in size anywhere to the rest of the gaming audience and the mass market audience.
That's fair. That's fair to say. Yeah, it could be. I think I'm for the Google VR headset. I'm not really especially excited for this one in particular. Right. I'm more excited for the Oculus one or PlayStation.
VR,
I'm actually excited for alternate reality for the HoloLens and for that.
HoloLens is a different story because I do think HoloLens can actually be big. I do think HoloLens can be big.
More than VR?
Absolutely more than VR.
Okay.
If they market it correctly, I think HoloLens has a lot more potential. Because I think HoloLens has a lot of potential in terms, not in terms of gaming, but
but in terms of everything
productivity.
Else. Yeah. Totally.
HoloLens is way more useful than VR, I think so.
Yes.
And HoloLens, man, I mean, it has a lot of potential in many fronts. I mean, there's this demo where there was a lady modeling like a motorcycle on a computer, and she can see like a projection,
the actual 3D model of it. Yes.
On the table, and maybe you can see in your kitchen and on your refrigerator, on your fridge, you can see your email and on.
Oh, it's so cool.
That's so cool. And I mean, come on, guys. Man, come on. The poor he's jumping on this right
can you imagine?
now.
Yeah. Personal lap dances on your room.
I mean, they're already on VR. They're already doing a lot of stuff with that.
Yeah.
So and this augmented reality that has a lot of use and that's a lot of potential in many different
I agree with you. As a product, HoloLens is gonna be huge.
Yeah.
But VR on its own, I don't know. I think this is the year we're gonna see where things gonna come out. People are either gonna embrace it or are just gonna be maniacal about it. They're just gonna throw their shit if it's not what they expect it to be, and we shall see. We shall see. Other thing is pricing. I think.
Yeah, the pricing is very important.
Yes.
Like $600 for a headset. No.
Yeah.
No.
I actually I don't know if I put it here in the outline. Sony not moved, that there's rumors that Sony's gonna be moving their headset, their
fall?
PlayStation VR for fall. Instead of the first half, which was the previous window.
Fall makes more sense.
A lot more,
A
yeah.
lot more sense.
Especially with Oculus coming so soon, and they can test the market and see how people react to it, and
Oculus,
then set a pricing point.
Yeah, and I mean, you need software to sell it. Because they're treating VR as a platform, so they need software to sell.
Yes. Do you have any thoughts on pricing for that, for the PlayStation VR?
I don't know. I mean, they cannot sell it for too cheap because it's an expensive product.
Yes, it's not easy to make.
And they require extra processing power for it to work.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't know, but I don't think they can go too much high. I mean, if they can get at least, I don't know, $500 less than the Oculus, I think they're in a very good position.
Yeah, that's my prediction too. $499 is my prediction for a pricing point for that.
It would be huge. I think so. It would be cool.
And it would have the same, even though it's not cheap, it would have the same effect as the Xbox One PS4 price comparison did before. Even though it's still expensive, it's people's minds, it's $100 cheaper.
Yeah,
and that's
all of these games, all of these Sony first party games.
And I don't need a big ass computer to play them, so that's important. That's gonna be important.
Absolutely.
Moving on to another publisher, Bethesda, one of my personal favorites out there in the industry, doing very interesting things. They announced, again, going to DLCs, they announced their first series of DLC packs for Fallout 4. They're namely Automatron at $10, Wasteland Workshop at $5, and Far Harbor at $25. What do you think of this?
Same as I said earlier.
Not really into it?
I don't like them announcing. I mean,
the game's been out for a while.
Yeah,
now.
But at the same time, well, I haven't got the game really.
Right.
So, I don't know. I'm generally not a fan of DLCs at all.
Mm-hmm.
But I think they can be good expansions. I think they can do a good job on this. But I honestly think I may be waiting for the definitive edition of the game as well.
Right.
Because I'm too busy right now with Witcher to jump onto another big title like Fallout.
Hell, I'm too busy with Fallout. I don't have time to play more Fallout, to play more expansions of
I know
it.
it's exciting. It's cool. I mean, not exciting for me, but cool, and in a sense that I'm anticipating the reception of this, the critical reception of this, and I will be looking forward to it. Not when this expansion is released, but maybe in a year or so when they get this. Where they get an edition of the game with all the
expansions
with
included,
all the content included.
Right.
Yeah, I think so.
Right. This is very interesting news. And Far Harbor, they announced that it's going to be the largest landmass expansion that they've ever done, including Skyrim and Fallout 3. So I'm interested to see that. And they also are going to be accommodating the price of the season pass to include new DLC coming up in the future. Previously, their season pass was $30, and they are going to be changing that to $50, pulling a EA with Battlefront here.
Yeah, I mean,
but they are giving you the option of buying the season pass beforehand, before the change in pricing, so that you get it at $30 and still get all the future content.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So if
nice.
you already have the game, just go ahead and do that.
Yeah,
that's
or if you already bought the season pass, good on you. You're gonna have more content.
And if you haven't, I mean, you can save $20 right now. That's cool. Okay.
Right. Yeah. And if you don't want it, you're still gonna, you still buy Fallout 4. There's so much content in that game. Right. You don't really need extra content. You're gonna have more than enough with that. Right. Speaking of, you talked a little about Doom before.
I'm so
Doom news here.
I'm so excited about Doom. And I'm reading here that Doom is expected to have a 30+ hours campaign.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Yeah.
I like that. I'm excited for that.
Yeah.
I'm a big fan of Doom, and I want that.
Yeah. We said before the importance of storytelling, and of course this is gonna be dependent on how good you are, right? How the difficulty you choose, how good you are and skilled you are at first-person shooters, and But I mean, 13 hours, it's not bad. It's not a bad time for a campaign, especially a game that includes a multiplayer aspect to
Sure.
it. So this is great news. This is
There's,
very interesting.
there's not anything that I can really say about this other than I'm excited.
Excitement, yeah.
Definitely. Very, very excited.
Yeah, stay tuned for more Doom news coming soon.
And it's launching on May.
It's
May
launching
13th,
very soon,
May
yes.
13th. And wow. It's early.
Yeah. It's
Soon.
it's almost here. So if we get the game, yeah, you can expect our thoughts on
Definitely.
it. Lastly, going to Ubisoft, we have a couple news here. They released a statement confirming a couple things. Let me read it up for you. Quote, Ubisoft will launch a very high quality lineup, the next installment of the Watch Dogs game, along with a new high potential AAA brand with strong digital live services. So, Watch Dogs 2.
I think Ubisoft is a company that is improving in many senses. I think they got a lot of bad perception with Assassin's Creed Unity
Like
and
for
the
that,
downgrade of Watch Dogs, and I think they kind of they realize that, and I think they're moving towards a better PR movements overall, and this Watch Dogs 2. I mean, the original Watch Dogs wasn't a bad game at all, I think. But the thing is that people expected
More from it. Yeah.
to be a game changer,
Right.
to be like the real next gen
Yeah,
thing.
installment.
And I mean, it wasn't. But that doesn't mean it was a bad game.
Yeah,
you
not
know?
at all.
And I think there is a lot of things that they can do for Watch Dogs too. And but even more than Watch Dogs, I'm very excited. You know, very 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 excited for. And even though I'm not, I'm kind of not very indifferent with the franchise, with Assassin's Creed franchise. I'm very excited about this allegedly rumor about Assassin's
Egypt?
Creed Egypt.
Yeah.
And that it's going towards a more Witcher-like feel.
Oh man.
And the moment
would
I
love
read that, I was, damn.
Sign me up. Yeah.
Yeah, sign me up. And also they're not releasing. They confirmed that there
Yeah.
will not be an Assassin's Creed game this year.
Yeah.
I think that's good.
Yeah.
I think that's good because I mean, Ubisoft, I love you, but you've been burning out the franchise a lot.
Franchise fatigue for the Assassin's Creed
Absolutely.
series is a real thing.
It's a very very real thing. In my opinion, even probably bigger than Call of Duty. Probably a bigger fatigue.
Yeah, weirdly enough,
than
yes.
Call of Duty.
Yeah.
And that's not something that you want because Assassin's Creed is one. It's out there out of all the AAA franchises. I think Assassin's Creed is one of the most one of the best ones in terms of the potential that it has. There's a lot of potential for the franchise overall. I mean, just remember how we were so like impressed by the original demo for the first Assassin's Creed game back in 2007.
2007, yeah.
And it's still there's still a lot of things they can do with the franchise, and the Witcher came to shake things up in terms of how you do this open world like medieval
series,
sort of medieval style of environment of setting, and with these RPG things. And I think them taking some inspiration on that, it's a very very good thing.
Yes, definitely.
It's a very very good thing.
Absolutely.
And if they can manage to get stuff from The Witcher 3 specifically, into an Egypt setting with Assassin's Creed, and maybe and fix a lot of the gameplay issues of Assassin's Creed, mainly the control issues with of the franchise. And if they can do that, man, we're onto something big.
Yeah, and they have the time to do it now.
They have the time to do. They have the resources. Ubisoft is freaking big.
Yeah,
it's huge.
It's huge.
It's huge. And if they put resources on that game and do a good campaign, a good marketing campaign, and get people on board with it, I think there's a lot that they can do.
Yeah, they can actually achieve
a lot that they can do.
Noticeable changes this time around.
Absolutely, and in sort of imitating The Witcher, I think it's a good thing. Because people love The Witcher so much. If they can show that they took things out of The Witcher and apply them to the game and maybe twist them a little bit or give them this assassin's feeling vibe, I think this could be very very cool. And Egypt is a setting that the fans of the franchise have been
asked for,
asking
yeah.
for. Is Egypt, Japan, and stuff, but Egypt is a big one.
Yeah.
Egypt,
And
I
it's
mean,
very interesting. It would be great to see Egypt.
I mean,
as a
I
setting.
can't wait
Yeah.
for that. It's there's a lot of potential to it.
Yeah,
because
yeah,
London,
definitely.
I mean,
It's okay, but
it's okay,
it's
but it
comparable
wasn't
to
exciting.
other settings.
Same
been
for
touched
Paris.
upon before.
Paris is, in my opinion, actually right now, in my opinion, the most beautiful city in the world. I love Paris so much, and yeah, but I mean, is it really that different in terms of what you can do with a game
Right.
from Paris to what you did back in Assassin's Creed 2? With
Yeah,
Italy and
with-
Brotherhood
yeah,
Revelation,
yeah, yeah.
there's not much different that you
And
can
even
do.
going forward, Syndicate, London, it's not that different from Paris.
absolutely.
Yeah, just
I mean,
the only difference is scale, and I mean, yeah,
I mean, you cannot sell me on a game just by making it bigger,
right, yeah.
right? So size doesn't matter in this case. I think so, right?
Yeah. Absolutely,
Size
absolutely.
doesn't matter. So
And yeah. Although people say that Syndicate is a very, very good game. I haven't tried it. And,
it's a good game, but it suffers so much from
Yeah.
from I think
it's
from
repercussions.
Right.
Repercussions.
repercussions.
Yeah,
of-
going
of-
back
of
to from
Unity.
Unity. Yeah. Mhm.
So I
Yeah.
think they can fix that.
Very interesting and very notable here is the new high potential AAA brand. I want to see what if they are bringing a new IP. Please, I really want to see new things coming to the industry.
I mean, on last E3 they announced For Honor, which is
A very interesting medieval fighting game. Yeah.
Yeah, and I think Ubisoft can do that definitely. They Watch Dogs is kind of a still new IP, Watch Dogs, and yeah, they can do that. I really trust them on bringing something new to the table, and I think they're learning a lot from their mistakes, and I'm excited for what
Yeah,
Ubisoft
me too.
brings forward.
Let's hope for a good future. Wrapping up the show. Thank you guys for watching. We're gonna talk a little about games coming out or that already came out this week, from last Wednesday to next Wednesday, and then from there on, we're gonna talk about games in the future coming out. We have some interesting things coming out this week. Layers of Fear is the first one. I don't know if you've seen this game.
No, I haven't.
It's a horror game with very interesting mechanics. The main protagonist is a painter, and then everything revolves around his paintings and how that makes it a surreal experience.
Cool.
and sort of like a dreamy, very realistic looking game. And even though it didn't got the best reviews out there, when I saw it, I really fell in love with it. I really liked it, and that's coming to Xbox One, PS4, and PC.
Cool.
Yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah. Very interesting. Street Fighter V, which is one of the biggest fighting games out there.
Yeah. Not coming to the Xbox One.
Not coming to Xbox
That's
One. Yeah, that's
weird.
that's the
This
PS4 console
kind
exclusive.
of exclusivity deal. It's
Deal,
weird.
yeah.
I mean, not a big fan of Street Fighter, to be honest.
Yeah.
But it's a huge one. It's a very huge game.
Yeah, me either. I'm not big on fighting games, be it whichever, not Killer Instinct, not only Smash.
Yeah.
Smash is that one different fighting game. But yeah, I'm not big on it, but I understand that it's a big deal for a lot of people and for the fighting game scene community. So yeah, it's interesting not to be on one of the two main consoles right now. What is on Xbox One are coming to Xbox One after being on PS4 and PC and still being on PS4 and PC. It's Rocket League.
Cool.
Yeah.
That's such a good game.
Yeah. Do you have it on PS4?
No, but I played it on with some of my friends
Right.
at other places, and
it's a blast to play. It's so fun to play.
It's so cool.
Yeah, and it's a very innovative idea. Very
Yeah,
interesting
it's-
idea.
it's-
Soccer with cars. Who could have thought of that?
No.
Yeah.
That's still weird to think about it.
Yeah.
Still weird,
And it's weird that it really works very well.
It works amazingly well.
Yeah.
Yeah, just try the game. It's
Yeah.
so cool. It's
Yeah.
so cool.
So cool. Fire Emblem Fates coming to 3DS.
I'm kind of mad at this game because I want to get the special edition that includes both both versions in a physical in a single cartridge, and it's sold out everywhere.
Oh, really?
And yeah, it's sold out in like minutes.
Wow. Demand is really high for this game.
And I'm so mad at Nintendo
For not
for
bringing
that.
more copies of it?
Yeah, because I mean, I don't really like getting digital versions of games. So if I want, kind of the only option for me is to get one regular version of one of the two editions, and then download the other one. So, and I really don't want to do that. So I guess if this physical edition of the game doesn't come out, I mean, if this special edition is not restocked, I think I may be getting separately both
of the different
physical,
games. Okay.
both of the physical editions of the game. I think so.
That's good to see. Hearing of it being really demanded, because Fire Emblem, it's a franchise that deserves the attention.
And it almost died.
Yeah, and
It
almost
died.
vanished. Yeah.
Yeah, so that's very cool.
Yeah. Also, we have Far Cry Primal coming to PS4 and Xbox One. Is an expansion for Fallout 4.
Looking forward to playing the game later.
Yeah, it looks very interesting.
I don't have time for it right now, but I'm looking forward to playing it
In the
later,
future.
definitely.
And finally, very exciting, Plants vs. Zombies.
Garden
Warfare 2.
I actually heard good things about the first.
About the
God of
first
War.
one, yeah, me too.
so
Me too, yeah.
I haven't seen anything about this one, so maybe.
I remember the announcement on E3 because it was very awkward. They bring a big mascot of one of the zombies, I think.
I don't know, maybe it could be cool. I don't know.
Yeah, that's coming to PS4, Xbox One, and PC.
Right.
What are we playing right now? You're still on The Witcher?
I'm still on The Witcher, and Skellige is still awesome. And I love the game, and I'm obsessed with that game, and I breathe Witcher. I eat Witcher. I live Witcher.
Yeah, that's a great way to live.
I just love the game.
Perfect, amazing.
So much. Oh, and I play some Mario Kart.
Oh, cool.
Mario Kart 8
Cool,
over
cool.
the weekend.
Right.
I play some couch multiplayer, and also I play some online.
So fun.
And I love it, and I still got it.
Perfect. Oh, that's nice. Yeah,
it.
this guy beats my ass roundly.
I love Mario Kart.
Horribly.
It's Mario Kart is one of the games that I'm really passionate about being good at it.
Right.
And I really learn the mechanics of the games, and I just love playing Mario Kart. And yeah, and I mean, of course, there's people out there that can beat the hell out of me. Absolutely. But I know, being honest, I'm good at the game. So
He is.
And I got online and I played 4 races and I won all of them.
Nice.
And I'm happy.
Nice.
Noise. It's so cool.
Very cool. Very, very nice. Yeah, Mario Kart is one of those games that you can play with anyone and you're going to have a blast playing. Yeah. I'm so sorry. Going back to news, because I forgot. I had a special note here. Remember, tomorrow, not news, the coming out section. Tomorrow, it's the day the Division beta is coming out.
For Xbox One, right?
Yeah, for Xbox One first, and then on Friday for the rest of the world.
Okay, so tomorrow, Thursday 18.
Yeah, Thursday the 18th.
Thursday 18 is
Xbox players can get it. Yeah.
Xbox One and Friday 19th.
The 19th.
It's coming for
PS4
and PC.
Yeah,
Great.
open beta. Everyone can try it out.
I'm excited for that. Especially
Me too.
'cause
Me too.
During the weekend.
During the weekend.
Cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I think we should be talking next week's show about
It. Yeah, impressions and whatnot. Yeah,
Absolutely.
If you have your cell phone with you, start downloading it right now. At least for the, I'm sure the PS4 has this also. The Xbox One has, gives you the option of downloading it now and preloading it so that the moment it comes out, you're ready to go and ready to play.
Right. Great.
I'm playing. What am I playing? I'm playing Smash, which I'm having a blast with. Fallout, yeah. I'm also having a blast with that. And Halo 5. As every week, I'm still playing the heck out of that game.
Great.
Yes. Send us on the comments or whatever you want the games that you're playing and what you're expecting from all the news we told you.
Play Witcher.
Play The Witcher. And Fallout. Yeah.
Play The Witcher.
Tell us your thoughts and opinions.
Right.
So good show. That's it for this week's episode. Thank you so much for watching the show on YouTube or listening on iTunes. Tune in through Enlace Tech. What else? Where else?
SoundCloud.
Oh no, SoundCloud. Remember, not anymore because of the
storage
data restrictions.
Yeah, we should
sometimes in the future.
Yeah, we should be fixing that later. Absolutely.
Yeah, we really enjoy doing this, and we hope you enjoyed your time with us. Please like the video, subscribe to Gaming Frontier on YouTube, and share it with your friends if you like it. We really appreciate all your support. Please comment on the video and tell us what you think of it, how you think we can make it better. So yeah, thank you so much.
Yeah, thank you so much for sticking with us. We'll be bringing you another episode next week, and reach us on Twitter at _GamingFrontier, Facebook at facebook.com/GamingFrontierEntertainment.
Right.
And you can send an email if you want to. If you have a long question that you'd like to answer, that you'd like us to answer on the show, you send an email at gamingfrontier.contact@gmail.com.
Yep.
And as always, I mean, we'd like to thank Tecnológico de Monterrey and Mr. Isaac Estrella for making this possible.
Yes,
They allow us to use all of this stuff, all of this cool, expensive stuff.
Yeah,
to
hopefully you're gonna see
record.
this video this time on HD. Finally.
Right, but at least
Hopefully.
but at least the audio quality. I mean,
Oh
we
yeah, the
cannot-
audio quality and
we
yeah,
cannot match this. So
the place and
yeah, we'd like
the
to thank
equipment.
them and head over to our channel on YouTube to watch more gaming stuff.
Yes, published regularly, and we might have some things coming your way very soon. Stay
Right.
tuned for that.
Right,
Very,
right.
very soon. Thank you so much for watching, and remember, always keep playing. Thank you, guys. See you next week.
Stay awesome.